welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Oh, yeah. Hello, and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast here for Friday. It is the bird's birthday today. That's right. The actual day. Celebrating on it. Been tons of booze in here today. What a lovely gift, huh?
I got a nice buzz, a good enough buzz for Virginia has to drive me home.
It's good.
Hey, you want a margarita, Kev?
I am okay right now, thank you. I have to go and continue and do some more showbiz stuff after this.
I do too, but that's not going to stop me from having a damn margarita on a Friday.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah, I cannot. I am still having to record podcasts and all that in like 50 minutes, so got to keep my head about me.
So one of my birthday wishes now is to chant, Kevin is a bitch.
Kevin is a bitch.
Yeah.
What? Kevin
I
is a
hear you.
bitch. Big bitch.
Oh, I will be partaking a little bit later today, but just not yet. Not yet. My day
You
continues.
need it too.
No. I drink every day, Virginia. Don't feel so bad for me. So don't worry. I get my licks in.
Do you drink in every day? Do you really drink every day, you think?
Most days, yeah.
What
Most days.
podcast do you have to do after this podcast?
I'm the host of the Hair Pod from the Hair Club.
Oh.
And,
You want to be fucked up for the hair pod?
Yeah, well, it's pretty much the biggest owner of hair clubs around the world. And
Gotcha.
so I'm talking to maybe the biggest dude in the organization. So.
Now I get it.
Yeah, so my first time meeting him, I'd probably not want to be reeking of booze. a little bit.
Understood.
It would
Yeah.
reek of arrogance, and we don't want that.
They'd be like, wait, this is the guy that goes slurring and reeks of margaritas?
Hey,
We can't do better than this?
if it's 5 o'clock somewhere, fuckers.
Yeah.
So it's going to be in person then? It's
Yes.
like, okay, got
Yeah,
it.
we're sitting down with each other.
No, you're making the
It's
right choice.
An
the right
hour's
call.
worth of conversation.
Definitely. Yeah.
Definitely do not drink.
No, do not listen to these pirates over here.
Yeah, and I'm driving, and there's just a whole bunch of like,
Is that enough reasons?
yeah.
Well, I've got Magnolia, so she could drive us. I mean, technically.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I got you. Just leave the car here then.
I do it every
Yeah.
other weekend.
Yeah. If I wanted to really just screw up the whole day, yeah, I'd just start plowing them down right now and blow that podcast and lose the account, and then walk back here to get the car later, or maybe tomorrow morning. Yeah, and then
really-
not pick up my wife like I'm supposed to and my son, and leave them stranded at school. Yeah. I could really make some big mistakes today.
Dominoes can fall
Oh, they
after
can.
one margarita.
They can. You just can get away from it.
You really can shit the bed. I'll have one
I
drink.
could ruin my whole life today. Let's go for it. Let's flip a coin.
See, there's so much possibility out
There's
there.
so much that I could really screw up today. Absolutely. Why not? Oh, man, we got a lot of emails, some of them based here on Mother's Day stuff. Sarah said, thank you for playing Jaybird's mom, Kay's Mother's Day song. I remember when you guys first premiered it live on the show. We were also lucky to be blessed by Kay and his Aunt Ann. Thank you for introducing them to our lives, Bird.
Amen.
That's a lovely tribute there. I love playing that every year.
Thank you for the kind words. I know the references are very outdated. In fact, they were outdated even when I wrote it. So.
Yes. It is interesting to hear every year as they age. But it's amazing. Mark said, I'm listening to Virginia about the beautiful gift that she gave her mother for Mother's Day. And this past February, my mom had passed away. And as I was listening, I started to well up a bit. And then Jaybird chimes in with, I wish I bought my mom a car. And then I started to smile. And then Kevin hits me with, the last thing I bought my mom was a casket. Now I have tears streaming because I'm laughing so hard. I can't tell you how much that means to me. Thank you, KVJ.
That was the best line of the morning.
I can't tell you how much I enjoyed that interview. It was heartfelt because you're paying off your mom's car. Then I got dark light. And then Kevin comes in with the fucking finishing move. I bought my mom a casket.
I mean, does it get any better?
Well, it was just your mom's reaction. Your mom could not have been more uncomfortable.
So I think this is an opportunity. We should do more where we mess with her and just get sick and twisted because she doesn't know what to do.
Well, what was I wish I could buy my mom a car. And she goes, oh. Yeah. Kevin goes, last thing I bought my mom was a casket. She goes, oh.
She could not get off the phone fast
It was like a
enough.
right and left hook.
It was, but you had to knock out. That was dark. I find it hilarious.
Me too. You gotta laugh.
Yeah, right. A lot of people want to know about how they behave on Mother's Day, if it's jerky or not. One email that I'm trying to clean up so she's not identified just wants to know. He wants to go see his mom for Mother's Day. It is 2 hours away. It would be 2 hours there, 2 hours sitting with his mom, 2 hours back. I'm not a mom. I'm a fur baby mom. So I get it. It's all good. But, I just always feel like this woman has been the other woman in my marriage. My sister-in-law has seen and heard when she has said passive-aggressive things to me, and she has also told me some of the things my mother-in-law has said about me. She hasn't been the worst monster-in-law, and my husband's always telling people how nice and sweet she is. My sister-in-law and I tend to agree, as she says crappy things about my sister-in-law as well, so we're kind of kindred on that. So what should I do? Should I go or just be like, no, you go ahead. I'm going to stay back.
Look, I'm all about time is short, life is short. If somebody wanted me to go to a house of a woman who was passively aggressively horrible to me, which happens a lot in mother-in-law, daughter-in-law relationships, I would just politely decline and say, you know what? You go, honey. You go be with your mom. I'm going to do what I want to do on my Mother's Day. I hope you guys have a great time, but I don't have to put up with that bullshit.
I don't. If you choose not to go, I don't think you're the jerk.
No.
For me personally, I would probably try to suck it up and look at it as more of a day that I can spend time, bond with my husband, maybe do something fun while you're up there to make the drive worth the while, even if it's just going and getting a cocktail or having a lunch or something like that that's outside of it.
You've never dealt with a passive-aggressive mother-in-law. They're pretty fucking brutal.
Yeah. Well, maybe you go hang and do something else. Let them go say hey to her for a bit.
I only kind of sound like you're holding on to something, Virginia.
Well, since Magnolia's in the room, it is her grandmother I'm speaking about.
Fuck, we can't talk about this stuff in front of Mags.
I mean, I just did.
Yeah.
Mags, I'm so sorry.
You know your grandma was mean to me. She's mean to everybody.
Let's get into it, Mags. What all did you see?
Magnolia's like, Mom.
No, Mag's grandmother is very nice to her, and that's really all that matters. I don't need a relationship with her, but it is very hard as the daughter-in-law to navigate all that.
Sure.
And if you remove yourself from the situation, it is life-changing. It is freeing, and you can do that on Mother's Day. Take your Mother's Day back, daughters-in-law.
Mags, what are you doing for your mom on Mother's Day?
Well, I'm getting her some good presents. I got some good things for her.
You did,
and then
okay.
we're going to Disney this weekend, which that's going to be fun. I'm excited to hang out with everyone because I've been at college, so I haven't been able to hang out with all the fam. But I think Sunday we're driving back from Orlando, so she might be pretty angry.
Yeah.
Pretty angry.
But I feel
Why?
do you want to be in a car
No.
coming back from Orlando on Mother's
Mags,
Day?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, you do.
We'll
But
have.
then once we get home, we'll do a cute little dinner, and then she'll be happy again. But I
Yeah.
feel like the car ride home might be a little bit passive aggressive.
Mama's got to get her nap.
Yeah. Once she gets her nap, we'll do dinner and she'll be happy again. But
That's
I feel
it.
like the car ride home from Orlando might be a little bit passive aggressively.
Okay. So what? Is everybody to sit quietly so that we don't?
Well, I love how that's on the calendar.
Right. So it's like block
playing.
off. Mom's going to be angry. So what do you do when mom's passive aggressive angry? Do you guys just not
Me
talk?
and Rocco just mess with her.
You wind her up and get her
and
going.
it usually doesn't go well.
It's amazing how that's already put in the schedule.
Yeah.
about
It's like
that?
she
They-
could be on a boat on Sunday, but instead she's going to be in a car driving back from Disney World.
I will say
okay.
the ride coming back from any vacation
Yeah.
really is shitty.
sucks.
It does
I
suck.
feel like nobody's happy. I'll be sunburnt from walking around Disney in 90-something degree heat.
But this is what a mom does that loves her kids. She sacrifices her own Mother's Day so her kids can have fun at
I
Disney.
love you too.
Okay. It's all about sacrifice, right?
We haven't been together in a while, so we need this. And then we've got the bonus of Cousin Callie, who has that handicap
Pregnant cousin
pass.
Callie.
And now she's pregnant and she's got the handicap pass. So
Wow.
I think we're going to skip all the lines.
How about that?
That's
Okay.
awesome.
So you're doing it right.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We got an email here. Chrissy wants to know, sure, she is the jerk for telling her mom that she doesn't want to pressure wash her house on Mother's Day. My mom texted me and my brother to ask if we could come and help her and my other brother pressure wash the house for Mother's Day. Both of my brothers are in their 20s and single with no kids. I'm in my 40s and a mom in the trenches.
So out of pocket on your mom.
He said, I have no desire to spend my Mother's Day helping her pressure wash. The boys can do it. And she thinks we should all help because she is helping too. So am I the jerk?
No, you are not the jerk.
Can you do it on a different day?
Yeah,
Does it have to be on Sunday?
Why?
Sounds like that's what she wants her Mother's Day gift to be, is that you'll power wash. for
You're
me.
not a jerk. Your mom's actually being the jerk, to be quite honest with you.
I would hire somebody and remove myself from the project.
Yeah, that does
I
not
mean-
sound like fun.
It all depends on what kind of family you got. If you're tight and you want to go over there on Mother's Day and it doesn't bother you, then you do that because it's hashtag be cool. But you are not at all obligated to do that. If you're a mom,
You're 40 and you're a mom.
yes.
Now you're going to be in the yard sweaty on the hottest weekend of the year so far?
And maybe the mom is thinking, oh, it's going to be a fun family moment. It's the boys, you. Who the fuck wants to power wash shit? Hell, on Mother's Day, let alone Mother's Day on a regular
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah, I'm hiring somebody and then I'll come in and we'll sip cocktails while we watch them work.
Carmen Cita said, are they Hispanics? That sounds like something Spanish mamas would do.
It sounds manipulative. I'm going to ruin your Mother's Day and make you sweat in the yard.
Uh-huh.
I just don't like
That
it.
doesn't sound like fun, yeah. Doesn't sound like fun. Somebody else said, just pay for somebody else to do that. That'd be your gift. And take mom to a restaurant. Have some good drinks together. Okay, yeah. Some people are just like, oh, you're not spending money on that. I want you to do it yourself. So,
Yeah, people.
yeah.
Fucking humans.
People.
Somebody named Jeremy wanted to know about our Jeremy Suits. Said, since he's out, how about one time for the KVJ draft, you take caller number 9 and have a KVJ Nationer join in on the draft.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
I don't hate that.
I like that.
Yeah, there are a lot of different options. I think we're going to be kicking around because as Suits, when he does leave us, which it looks like I'll be relatively soon here, maybe in the next couple of weeks as he goes on to his new life ventures, that I don't believe we're going to be replacing and adding somebody else into that position. So we'll be just a crew of 4 moving forward. So, yeah, there'll be some things. I got to figure out. There's everything from Do It Bitch to the headphone karaoke's. I'm going to have to redo the rotations and just consider what we're going to do with that.
We'll make it work.
Oh, we definitely will. So, yeah, it might be kind of interesting to get some suggestions there. And if you guys had not caught the updates, Suits is just continuing on his path. I think, didn't he say he was doing some apartment hunting?
He is. He's looking
Yeah.
at places to live. He's finishing his medical stuff for one of the job interviews.
I think me and Denny's figured out a way to attack Suits' position to where it's not going to be too much extra work for Denny's, where I can take on some of Suits' or I can take on some of Denny's responsibilities while Denny's takes on. We're going to make it work. It's just going to be a little bit more
It's just
of a,
we're reshuffling everything.
Yeah,
and so but we needed to probably look under the hood and figure out some stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll make some adjustments.
we're trying to make it to where it's not that much extra work for Denny's because I'm going
Balances
to
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we don't want Denny's to drive off a bridge.
No.
Not at all.
No, not first because there are a couple people ahead of him in line that want to do it first.
Christy said she was watching a KVJ episode from June of 2019, and we did gross sickles. And I loved it because you had to keep going if you couldn't identify the gross sickle. And you had clam, garlic, fish broth, beef liver.
Oh, I do remember that.
Grossicles.
Yes, those were terrible.
Do you want that
Yeah.
again? I'll make them. That sounds pretty easy to make.
Yeah, so I guess you would like to see us do that. She said, watching you guys eat and drink disgusting things, especially Bird, is absolutely hysterical.
We need to make sure. Let's start getting a new list of loser shots for headphone karaoke. We need some new I think my toothpaste concoction's very tired and played out.
We've got something in the fridge that I forgot to tell you guys about. So we were gifted from my friends at Maddie's Fight Foundation a beer from 2008.
Oh.
And it's in our fridge, and it's probably rotten.
Thank goodness I didn't drink that shit today. 'Cause I might have had it in my hand. Is it that dark beer that kind of looks cool?
Yes.
Yeah, I almost drank that today.
Oh, wow.
Well, it says 2008 on
Dude,
it.
I need fucking. Sorry, Mags. I keep forgetting Mags is here. I'm dropping F-bombs. I'm so sorry.
She don't care.
I know, but it's not a good look. I didn't know what I was saying.
Yes, you almost did maybe drink that beer, but you didn't. Yeah, I was watching you. You drank High Lies.
There's a couple people that have some old food and drink they want me to eat. I think somebody has something from 1981.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Let's get into it.
Okay. Yeah, what is old... Does old beer even do anything to you? I think they've found old beer in old vases and things like that. I'm wondering.
You up?
I don't know. Yeah, what happens to it after time?
Does it spurl?
I think beer can't. You never had a spoiled beer. It does spoil.
Okay.
Don't open it, but there it is.
All right, I'm putting it up on KVJ TV.
It's from 2008. Look, on the other side of the can, it says it, 2008. It was some sort of commemorative beer.
Also, if you have old food, if you have something in a package you want me to eat, yeah, I'll go as deep as the 60s if you got that shit.
All right.
Let's get into it.
What else you going to eat for your birthday?
Fudgy the Whale.
Okay.
That'd be good. That's something good.
Anything else?
All right, come on now.
She's trying to make it dirty.
Well, it's just a lot
Yeah, it's a lot.
to navigate, Kevin.
Uh-huh. No, I hear you.
Mags is shaking her head like, oh.
Exactly. It's and then I look in the viewfinder over here, and there's Mag shaking her head like 7 seconds on the delay.
The children are disappointed.
Yes.
We got an email here from Michelle. She is commenting on the banana topic from earlier. Somebody want to know if it was normal to put them in the freezer and eat them, or in the fridge so that they're super cold. And she said, yeah, I like to put them in the fridge. I will have them cold. I know that it's probably not the norm, but I also love having bananas with cheese. I've heard of people that'll do that.
It's got to be a mild cheese that goes with
Like
sweet.
a white kind of cheese?
Yeah, I could see a provolone or more of a Gouda, to be quite honest with you.
Okay, I see you. Yeah.
Gouda and fruity stuff together.
Yes. With a
Is-
little honey.
You could even make a fruit Gouda pizza.
Fruit Gouda pizza.
Yep, absolutely. You get
Yeah,
strawberry
see that?
jam as
Yeah.
your sauce.
Okay.
Then you put whatever kind of base you want for your breading or your crust.
Yeah.
Then on top you put your Gouda, and then you slice some apples on top.
Oh, wow.
Maybe even a drizzle of sorts.
Yeah?
Oh.
A drizzle, huh?
Yeah.
What do you like to drizzle? I'm just curious about your drizzles.
I can see you drizzling honey,
Yep.
Yes, okay.
jams, preserves.
Yes.
Another jam of sorts.
Yeah.
With another type of sugars.
I could also see you drizzling like a soy glaze.
Ooh.
Or like a reduction. Like a wine reduction.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the way
You
this-
following this?
No.
I didn't think so.
A reduction.
Yeah.
I wish I had a reduction of this conversation.
It's his birthday, so he can be a dick.
It's the alcohol.
No, I just think you're a dick.
Well, no, I am a dick, but the alcohol makes the dick just get bigger.
That's right.
Does
Hey,
it now? Tell
Yes.
Mags more.
If honestly alcohol did make it bigger.
Good God. Mags, I'm so sorry. You have to leave the studio.
She's trying to just act like she's on her phone and not listening to this, and
No, I'm kidding, Mags. You don't have to leave.
she's
Mags out.
blushing at a. If you're not watching KVJ TV, you've made Mags blush.
She's about to be 19 now, so she's learned a lot these past 24 hours.
Yeah, what an education today, huh?
Yeah, I gave it to her last night, too.
You did.
Well, just telling her things about life that she didn't know.
Well, what kind of education did she get? I mean, this kind of stuff.
I told her a lot of stuff about you, actually, Kevin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she didn't know a lot of stuff about your past and your story and your
Yeah. Okay.
life and family. And I was giving her a lot of scoopage, and she was like, "What?
Yeah.
What?"
There's some stories back there, Mag.
There's
yeah.
some fascinating tales.
Yeah.
You can't see Kevin, but Kevin's face says, "Shut the fuck up."
No.
It should.
No.
He should stop me while he can.
Okay. That's fascinating. You went deep into the history of Kev, huh?
It was real deep into the history of Kevin.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I wish I could have been there for the.
Yeah.
I could have probably added some details.
Oh, you definitely could have added some details.
Yeah. There's a lot
What
there.
were you talking about? Was it?
Just about everybody's life and back before we had kids and how me and she asked me how we had met.
Yeah.
And how the radio program started. And so I took her
Right.
back.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had a long car ride.
Okay.
It was like 3 hours that we were in the car together.
We did. We
Yeah.
were running a lot of errands for somebody's fucking birthday. And we were running all over creation getting snacks for some diva. And so we were in the car for literally 3 hours.
We
Yeah.
love you very much.
We do. We must love you.
Wow. love there.
I mean, my heart is soaring.
Yeah.
It is thumping.
You
and
see it? Yeah. Bubble. Bubble. Yeah.
Leopard.
He's a tiger.
I'm just an animal.
Rawr.
Interesting thought here from Jose. He said about Diddy, I got this theory. He is not going to prison, and here's why. I think the raid done on Diddy's LA and Miami homes was only to gather evidence and not to prosecute him. It was done to hide the evidence from the powerful people that he has dirt on.
Oh boy, now that would not surprise me one bit.
We brought this angle up.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're on this one.
I
We
don't
thought- we
argue
thought
that at
this.
all.
I don't know if he's going to go to prison because I think he's going to give up some people or he's protecting people.
Yeah, I think I would be surprised if Diddy winds up in prison, actually. I'm
There's just-
leaning on the side that it's not going to be anything. And I'm actually, unfortunately now, I think I'm on the side that this will just feel like, whatever happened to that Diddy raid?
It's going to turn into a nothing burger?
They got all those tapes and they did nothing with them. Kind of like the computers that went missing from Epstein's house.
If I had to say what I think the greatest odds are, I think that's what I give the greatest odds on happening, is that it just kind of fades into whatever happened to that. In 5 years, you'd be like, yeah, that's a big story that just got quiet. Nothing happened.
That's what happened. Remember when that thing was flying over America? We go, it's a China balloon? What's going on?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it just kind of went away for about 2 weeks. And they go, oh, yeah, it was just a weather balloon. But that was one of those things where it was in the media, then all of a sudden, nothing.
Yeah.
Curtains.
Well, I mean, I think they did find that it was, legit a Chinese spy balloon. So they kind of confirmed it, and it's increased tensions between the countries. And maybe one of the reasons why they are saying, TikTok, get out.
Yeah.
I think it adds to their argument.
But don't you remember how much it was being reported on? And then we're going, well, what's the conclusion? What the shit was that thing?
It
Took a minute for them to get that answer.
It's all so Illuminati to me.
But are there subsets of the Illuminati?
Yeah.
All right.
The deviants, the predators, the sexual crimes, I think a lot of them protect each other, and they're high-ranking people that have the power to swoop in and get all the evidence out of there before somebody sees those tapes.
But does the USA have their own Illuminati? Then China's got their own Illuminati?
The biggest problem I have with the Illuminati is the organizational structure of it being a global thing that is one organization. I think there are Illuminati-like organizations probably in every country, and they've got their own little things where they're quietly pushing buttons and running power structures that you can't see and would never know. So I believe in all that, but I don't think that we're connected to China's Illuminati and Russia and all that.
So Illuminati is more of an idea and not really an organization that everyone a part of. That
they don't
makes
have like
more
a
sense.
big council meeting where they all sit in one room. Like, it's little structures of pedophiles and deviants and nasty people and high-ranking people are mixed in with the regular people.
I think the reality for a lot of people, and I've had this realization more recently as well, is that the people who really control the power structure in America and make a lot of our decisions are not even elected officials. And I think that's what's becoming alarming for a lot of people, is people who have not been elected to office are wielding the strings of power in this country and driving us in the direction that we're going.
They're the puppet masters. And
Yes.
you have talking heads.
And they weren't
to
elected.
kinda-
And the people who were elected, a lot of times, they just shrug their shoulders and be like, man, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. I'm not
That's-
privy to a ton of this stuff happening behind the scenes.
That's a Kevin Ralston feeling, because I'm with you on that.
Well, I'm just going on what I've heard politicians say. I'm
Well-
like, I don't know.
It takes a riggy to know a riggy.
Absolutely.
They are rigging that, and it is rigged behind the scenes, and we are just sheep and we're dumb.
Well, just like anything, everything is politics. Whether you have a daughter that's my daughter can sing, can she record an album? And if you know the right people, you're going to eclipse a lot of people who. In any industry you do. So imagine when you have power and people are making decisions on stuff for you and your own little group, they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure your group is protected.
I think that we have this false illusion that we live in this democracy where our votes are deciding how we live our daily lives.
Amen.
I don't really think it's that. And we may be a lot closer to some of the other countries that are supposedly bad than we realize.
We don't even know what they do behind closed doors to pull strings and riggy.
A lot of the democracy in the voting part may be, a lot of it may just be song and dance.
You start to believe in lizard people.
Could be.
All right, calm down, lizard people. We're not there yet.
There was a story that you'd sent me, Virginia, about how we need to be bracing for severe geomagnetic storms today. First time in nearly 20 years, with feds warning power grids, cell networks, and GPS satellites could be hit. It's an unusual event as the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
NOAA, NOAA.
Yeah.
Like, they usually are pretty, accurate, right? They don't just make stuff up to scare people.
Well, shit.
Yeah. On Bird's birthday.
Shit.
Yeah, they say that several large expulsions of plasma from the sun's corona. The sun's got corona?
Corona, or like Kevin drinks Corona Light, bitch beer.
No, you'd be surprised, Virginia. I've been going corona a lot more these days.
Okay, I'd be proud of you then.
The outermost part of its atmosphere were spotted. That paved the way for the alert for Friday, where officials said that the expulsions of matter and magnetic field could cause geomagnetic storms and problems for people on Earth. Okay, so if your GPS is acting wonky and you can't get cell connection.
It's always acting wonky. I can never
I know,
get cell
right?
connection.
I wouldn't tell the
Oh,
difference.
shit, I can't edit my TikTok video. It's a geo
Yeah.
extra rays.
Gamma beta, what?
Yeah. So kind of, I guess, a heads up for today.
Rays?
That's kind of fun though, no?
Nah.
I don't know. I mean, if there's power grids that are going down and entire cell networks going down and GPS satellites going down, people are going to drive into lakes and that's just going to be a whole thing.
I guess what I mean when I say fun, I don't mean fun. I mean, yeah, this is gonna sound. Never mind. I shouldn't say that. I was like chaos. It'd be almost kind of like we'll get answers at least.
Stop trying to talk smart with Kevin 3 beers in.
I'm enjoying it.
Stop
He's
correcting
doing
me in
a
front of your
good
fucking daughter.
And Domenico said, I was just listening to an old episode and Jay Bird got in trouble for flashing his lights at a speed trap.
Yes.
So I attached a little tip that I saw online today. Maybe the drivers getting beamed will be grateful that you flashed them to warn of a speed trap ahead or that you plan to pass. Regardless of intent, flashing your headlights has been legal in Florida since 2013.
I just don't think some people jive with it. I think
If the cop sees you do it, now you've pissed him off. And I never want to be in a scenario where I'm pissing off a cop.
But here's what
But
I
the
don't-
other drivers are going to be thankful.
But why would, if you're a cop, why would you be pissed off? Because me flashing the light is now telling the car, slow down if you have a slower car.
Because he's got a speed trap there to make money off of writing speeding tickets, you're now undermining his endeavor.
Well, that's ego verse.
No, it's his job. If he's got a quota.
But what I'm saying is if I'm flashing lights, I'm now making that car slow down. I'm making the road safer now.
He don't care about that.
Well, again, that to me, that's...
To me, it's a good cop, bad cop. The good cop, yeah, you would have a speed trap simply because you're hoping to encourage people to start driving what the speed limit is on that road because it saves lives. Bad cop is the one that is actually trying to get a quota. And I know a lot of people have always called in and said, we don't have quotas, we don't do all that. That's not true.
I don't
But
know.
he's just a cop out there doing what he's been told to do. Set up a speed trap and catch people. You're undermining that operation when you flash your lights. And if you catch the wrong cop on the wrong day, that might piss him off.
If you had a precinct that, let's say, they just weren't nailing it and they came in and they had their monthly, how many tickets do we give out? We only give out 32. 32 speeding tickets in a month. I could just see somebody going, guys, there's more than 32 speeders out there.
Of course.
We have to make sure we get at least 100 speeders per month. I can just see them doing that.
Totally.
Yeah,
I mean, it's revenue. Money makes the world go round.
Right? I mean, if you're pulling people over, it is revenue, no?
Yes, absolutely.
That would make sense. I just know people always text us, be like, I'm a cop. We don't have quotas. Not a thing. So
Maybe certain jurisdictions do it different than others.
Mm-hmm.
That's a possibility too, but especially if you're in an area that needs the money.
yeah.
Maybe you're in a smaller municipality that relies more on that speeding ticket income.
I would love to do a full-on interview with a police officer that would be honest about shit.
You'll be in the back of a squad car one of these days.
But for
Do your interview
example,
then.
now you have so much shit on YouTube where just a regular traffic stop could be a viral moment in a second. You wonder if if police officers are doing social media training where they have meetings going, guys, if things go fucked up, our precinct is going to be all over the internet. I just wonder if there's now a thing they sit police officers down with going how to deal and how to approach people because of social media.
the good ones probably are, and the ones that are less funded probably aren't.
I just think that there's so many viral videos and the police could look really bad so quickly these days.
Yes.
Well, no doubt.
I don't see how they're not sitting police officers down saying, here's our approach on this strategy.
Yeah, I think they are, and they probably are framing it in a way that's not that we're worried about going viral. It's just about you doing your job the right way. And if you follow protocol, here's how you have to do it. You know, I mean, there's just in the state of Florida here in the last week, we had the cop that made the mistake and put in the wrong license plate, and it came back that the car was stolen, and then they pulled the dad over with the special needs daughter and put him on his knees with a gun to his head.
That was
and
messed
even
up.
to her.
That was so messed up.
And then the one officer got upset when he realized, you dumbass, you entered the wrong freaking... And then he was like, that's just everybody in this precinct's a dumbass. And the guy's like, I just made a mistake, man.
Well, in that moment, he should have apologized profusely to that man and his daughter, so much to the point where it was like, okay, he's falling on the sword. But that didn't happen.
Yeah.
In that video, nobody fell on the sword. Nobody said, oh my gosh, I am so sorry, sir. Please, here, get up. Can I buy you a coffee? Can I buy you a sandwich? I am so sorry. This is not how our precinct wants to be out there in the public eye.
Well, there's so many DUI videos that go viral, and the cop can do pretty much everything right, but I just noticed that a big, on a public relations kind of a thing, if the girl might be attractive and the cop is in a way sort of flirting with her, doing a DUI kind of a thing, they get trashed in the comment section going, why is the cop giving her a little extra privilege because she's good looking? And I just wondered those kind of things as a police officer. Do they sit you down and going, all right, you can't be flirting with people you can't be overly sweet, you can't be overly
give
mean.
pretty privilege.
Yes, because there are some DUI videos where the cops are kind of out of pocket with the shit they say to the drunk girl.
Oh, yeah.
Or woman.
Yeah. So
Oh,
they get-
wait,
they
the
get
man
held
says
accountable.
weird
Yeah.
stuff to the drunk girl. Shocking. I mean, he is but a man.
But honestly, sometimes it's a woman cop as well. There's
probably more men.
There's a viral video where these two female police officers pull over a woman, and she was speeding. She was late for work, and they had a chance to just write her a ticket or arrest her, and they're caught on video flipping a coin, heads or tails. Heads, she goes to jail. Tails, they just give her a ticket. It landed on heads. They laugh about it. They arrest her. Whole thing blows up. Both of them get fired.
Dang.
That's
See,
the kind of shit.
it's not a game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you have so much power in that moment, and you got to be super careful because, like Spider-Man said, with great power comes great responsibility.
Even if the criminal or the person doing something criminal is wrong, as the police officer, you can't be caught dicking around.
You can't, even if they're a douche.
Yeah.
Even if you want to dick around on them, you just can't.
Well, the body camera videos are just so great now because the accountability is unbelievable. And it also, too, I think can help solve policing issues. You know, some people in the chat are talking about I think it was 23-year-old airman that was shot in his own apartment in Okaloosa County in Fort Walton Beach, where there was a call to the cops, the sheriff, that there was a disturbance in an apartment, and he pounds on the door, and the airman answered the door, and he had a gun in his hand, but the gun was pointed down, and the sheriff's deputy just unloaded on the guy, shot him like several times in the chest and killed him, and that's a big issue they're talking about. And so, you know, that's going to be the debate is, did the sheriff handle it right? Now the victim's family, the airman's family, they're saying, look, they had the wrong apartment in the first place. And if somebody's and the officer did pound pretty hard on the door. And look, in Florida, you can pretty much carry anywhere, and especially in your home. We're a gun-friendly state. So if you're nervous, what might be at your door?
You go to the door with your gun because you know there's a stand your ground law.
Yeah, and then you open up the door and you get blasted by a sheriff. So I imagine those are the kind of things, now that we have that body camera, you're going to be able to look at that and say, okay, and I don't know how they train the sheriffs to deal with that situation, but I imagine they're going to find some fault with just blasting somebody who's standing at their door holding a gun that is not pointed at you.
In their house.
Right.
The other thing that always sounds so suspect, it just sounds so weird when you're watching these videos and one of the cops go, hey, we're recording. Just let you know
We're recording. Don't forget, your cam's on.
Yeah.
That there might not be anything nefarious going on, but what I'm saying is just the public on a PR go, why? You have to remind someone, what kind of shady shit are you doing off the camera? Even though there's nothing possibly even going on, that statement makes people go, what?
Yeah, that is. Well, I mean, it's good that it's there, the body camera footage.
Agreed.
Yeah, so you can really discuss it. And somebody saying, yeah, the guy announced twice, I think, that he was the sheriff. But, I mean, come on. A bad guy can't do that? Bump, 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 bump. Hey, it's the sheriff.
Bad
No, it's
guys
not.
have done that.
That's what Ted Bundy would do.
That was like the whole plot twist in the show that I just watched. Like, bad guys do say they're a cop.
Oh, it's a tactic to get into a house.
Yes. I would never believe somebody who was banging on my door saying they were a cop.
Well, just like there's all these DUI videos on YouTube, there's a fuck ton of people pretending to be cop videos as well. It's
He's right.
Next level prevalent when it comes to people acting like they're police officers.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, so I think out of the sad situation that happened there and the tragedy, there will be policies to say, okay, hey, somebody can't answer the door with a gun in their hand, because if you're in a neighborhood, especially in any neighborhood, I mean, anymore.
Florida.
Just Florida, man.
Stand your ground.
Yeah.
I've gotten so many messages where people go, all I did was pull into someone's driveway just to pull out, or I was in a wrong parking area, and someone comes out flashing a gun, because we talked about that gun stuff.
It's happening. So there's a lot of that going on. So it's pretty crazy. All right. Well, Bird.
Oh, you didn't get you got my email with that last birthday wish? That it was, I wanted to extend the podcast another 45 minutes.
You guys can. I got to go do a podcast.
He's got to go do the haircut. What is it? The haircast?
Hairpod.
Hairpod. Sorry.
right.
Butchered that one.
Yeah, that's all right. That's okay. All right, Bird, you have yourself an amazing birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Nice
everybody. The nation, y'all. You guys give me a great day. I appreciate it.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Have a great weekend. Go vote on our KVJ draft on Instagram and Facebook for the best desserts. We'll announce at 7:35 on Monday morning. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you then. Goodbye.